Hey guys, so today I have another video. I know it's only been a couple days since I posted. Look at me being a real YouTuber for the first time in like a year, but I was just browsing the internet because, like I said in my last video, I don't have a job currently, so I'm spending approximately like 24 hours a day alone in my house. So of course I do a lot of random internet browsing, and I decided to check out Petsmart's website since basically all day I've been replying to your guys' comments and stuff about my last video, which if you haven't seen that, I showed off the lovely dinosaur cage that Petsmart just came out with. So definitely check that video out first if you haven't seen it. But when I was looking around Petsmart's website, I noticed a few interesting things. So I just wanted to make a quick video, sit down and talk to you guys. This is just going to be a really casual like conversation video. I don't have anything actually exciting to show you, and I'm definitely not going to be teaching you anything of value. So if you're one of those people who loves to tell people like skip to 3:37 to actually get to the video, this video is probably not for you because you're never going to get to the video. There is no point to this video. I was just in the mood to sit down and kind of talk to you guys about what I found on Petsmart's website because I just thought it was kind of interesting. Most of you watching are also animal maniacs, so I thought you might find it kind of interesting too. But before I get into this video, I just want to say I am in no way affiliated with Petsmart. Everything I'm talking about and like mentioning in this video are all of just my personal ideas, what I think they might be doing. I have literally no idea what's going on with Petsmart. So just to put a little disclaimer out there, these are personal opinions. These are not facts against Petsmart. A lot of you know that I still do buy a lot of my supplies from Petsmart because I do think they have a lot of good products. Maybe just not the products I'm talking about in today's video. Also, one quick disclaimer, yes, my hair is bleached. Again, I am continuing my quarantine mess up of my hair. I usually bleach my hair myself, so that's not a problem, but I didn't have my normal toner, so I had to use a new one, and it left a awful blue tone in it. I'm not sure how much it picks up on camera, but it is very blue in person. I know it will wash out in a couple washes though, so I'm not worried, but I just did this like a couple hours before filming, so if you're wondering why my hair is blue, it wasn't on purpose. It'll wash out. It'll be okay. I like that all my videos just have a hair disclaimer now, like, I know I messed up, let's get over it. But anyways, back to this video. I probably titled it something along the lines of, I think Petsmart is releasing a new cage. Now this cage isn't on the website yet. I want to mention the dinosaur cage that I reviewed in my last video also isn't on the website yet. So that's why I feel comfortable saying that I think another new Tiny Tails cage is coming, unfortunately. And basically, I just wanted to get this video out in case it does come out pretty soon. I can have a few bragging rights and say, yeah, I knew this was coming. I don't know who I'm bragging to. I don't know who that would impress. Maybe my dogs. They're not impressed. They're sleeping. But just based on the toys on the website, I'm pretty sure Tiny Tails is going to be releasing a new like fire station or like a firehouse cage. So the reason I think this is, if you know the Tiny Tails brand, almost all of their toys are themed. For example, one of the older Tiny Tail cages is the castle. This is one of the first ones that came out, and you can buy the cute little pink castle, and then they have different like wood and loofah toys that I'll put up on the screen that are obviously themed. So when you do go out and buy the castle cage, you're going to want to get matching toys. I'm an adult and I do that, so you know little kids are going to want the matching toys. So you can get like a princess tiara, I think, and maybe like a wand. Basically, all this rambling means is whenever Tiny Tails releases a new cage, they usually have a whole line of toys that goes with it. Even though the dinosaur cage isn't on the website yet, if you look on the toy section, there are quite a few different dinosaur toys on the website already. But then if you keep scrolling a little bit, you'll notice there are also like 3 or 4 different firehouse toys. So basically, that's the only thing I'm basing this assumption off of, but I feel pretty confident about it. If I'm wrong, I won't be heartbroken because hopefully they don't release any more cages, but I think we are probably looking at another cage coming up soon that has to do with the fire station. Like the toy right here is just a wood toy. All of their toys are pretty similar. They're either like flat little pieces of colored wood. This one has a fire hose and an axe, or some of them are just loofah. I didn't actually see any loofah fire station ones, but there are a few wood ones along with like the little ladders. So make your bets down in the comments. Do you think there's going to be a fire station cage based on these toys alone? Or do you think I've spent way too much time in quarantine and I need to get out of my house and actually see another human? While I'm here just rambling, I thought I would just mention some other stuff about Tiny Tales because I've been spending too much time on the website. I did notice they are coming out with a few more toys. Some of these toys are themed to older cages like the carnival, and some of them are just like food related. So I'm not sure if they're gonna have like a different food related cage or if that's just like a cute line of food. The one new food toy that definitely caught my eye is this one. I'm sure most of you know my past gerbils, Chicken and Waffles. Unfortunately, they both have passed away, but as soon as I saw this, I really wish I still had Chicken and Waffles, because even though this toy is just like a thin loofah, my gerbils absolutely loved chewing on loofah, and come on, it's Chicken and Waffles. So I just thought of them when I saw that toy and I thought it was pretty cute. So not all of Tiny Tales toys are bad. Are they a little overpriced for a tiny piece of loofah? Yes. Are they adorable and I would still spend all my money on them? Also yes. Other than that, the last thing about Tiny Tales that I just thought was kind of interesting when I was browsing the website is the way they list the Tiny Tail cages. When you just go to the small animal section on the website and you click on the cage section and you scroll through their cages, I think only like 3 of the Tiny Tail cages show up. So when I noticed that, I got excited and I thought maybe they were discontinuing a lot of their Tiny Tail cages, because I know like one off the bat, like the race car, which I reviewed back when it very first came out, didn't show up when you just went to the cage section. So I was really excited. I was like, yes, they're gone. Even though they might be replacing them with new dinosaurs and maybe fire stations, not fingers crossed. Fingers crossed for my ego so I'm right, not fingers crossed for all the animals who will live in one. But I thought maybe they were going to be getting rid of some of their older cages, which still might be true, but they don't come up when you just search the cage section. However, if you just type in Tiny Tales and search for that term specifically, unfortunately all the cages are still there, like the race car, the castle. I'm pretty sure all of them are still there. So I don't know if that means that Petsmart is phasing these cages out, but just as a little conspiracy theory of mine, once again, I have no idea if this is right. This is all just stuff that I'm basing my thoughts on from what I've seen on the website. I have no affiliation with Petsmart. I'm not trying to like bash them. I've been in quarantine for too long, but I feel like a lot of the reason a lot of these cages don't show up on the website unless you search them specifically shows that they know these are more of an impulse buy cage that little kids are going to see in the store and want to buy. Because if someone is looking up a hamster cage online, more than likely they're going to read the reviews, which I have a whole video about the Tiny Tales cage reviews. But if they're looking up the cages online, they've probably done some research and hopefully they know that a hamster needs a really large cage. So a little race car cage might not be as appealing. So they still put it on the website, but they don't advertise it under their main cage section. However, a race car cage is going to be very appealing to a 5-year-old that goes into PetSmart, sees a bright cage on the shelf, and begs their parents for it. So I don't know, this might not mean anything. I just thought it was kind of interesting because I definitely see a lot of the Tiny Tail cages and unfortunately hamsters in general as more of an impulse purchase for a lot of people. And usually impulse purchases happen more in store when you haven't done your research. So that's just my thought. Once again, let me know down in the comments if you think I'm totally bizarre for like linking these two things together, or if you think it could make a little bit of sense. But that's all I have to ramble on about today. I have no idea how long this video is going to be, but basically I think there's a new cage coming from Tiny Tales. I think it's a fire station. If I'm right, I'm going to be sad because, well, I don't know why I thought this was important enough to make a video about. I just thought it was interesting. You guys have really been enjoying the dinosaur cage. Maybe not enjoying it, but you've been watching it and interacting with it a lot. So I thought I would just post a little follow-up to that. And I really just want to know what you guys think. If you've seen anything on the Petsmart website you thought was interesting and I completely missed, because I'm sure there's a lot of stuff, let me know down in the comments what you think is going on. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you give it a big thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe down below if you haven't already, and I will see you guys next time.